When it comes to gameplay elements that really took hold in the last generation, parkour definitely comes to mind. From Darksiders 2 to Prince of Persia, there's just something about running, jumping, and climbing walls that has us hooked. Get it? Like a hook blade? This got me thinking, what are the two games that people instantly associate this kind of gameplay with? And then it hit me. Assassin's Creed and Mirror's Edge. And since parkour is all about physically getting from point A to point B as quickly and efficiently as possible, you are probably wondering how we can metaphysically parkour our way between these two free-running franchises. The truth might actually surprise you. Throughout the Ezio trilogy of the Assassin's Creed series, our hero comes across many strange, seemingly out-of-place elements tied to the Templars.
Don't you recognize me? It's me, Mario!
Whoa! As no stranger to these mystical oddities, it's unsurprising that our floater from Florence somehow finds himself caught up in a tale of souls and swords, battling against the likes of Mitsurugi, Cervantes, and Ivy in 2012's Soul Calibur 5. Though Ezio may be the latest guest invited to this gruesome galley of gladiators, he's certainly not the first. Since Soul Calibur 2, every main title has featured one or more guest characters. However, today we're going to be looking at the Soul series' first foray into the portable frontier with Soul Calibur Broken Destinies on the PSP. This overlooked entry features everyone's favorite god of war, Kratos. In Broken Destinies, Kratos is ripped out of time by the power of a fragment of the Soul Edge and unleashes the power of the gods on those who stand in his way. Apparently a fan of guest starring in fighting games, Kratos is of course featured in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Well, I guess we could also use Heihachi to make this connection since he appears in Soul Calibur 2 for the PlayStation 2. Nevertheless,
Hold up, you literally just said in the last episode that we weren't going to use the big crossover games, but now here we are right back at Battle Royale. What gives?
That's true. But you might also recall that I said that sometimes these games are a necessary evil to get anywhere in our growing gaming multiverse. Besides, aren't you glad that we haven't used Project Cross Zone? Just hold on to your underwear, Kenny. I think the final connection might be enough of a curveball to make up for this non-canon crossover.
Nothing is ever canon on this show.
Though branded around being a first-party fighter for Sony, Battle Royale guest stars several multi-console characters who had to pay their ticket for the brawl. However, in this case, we were the ones paying their ticket because our next connection comes in the form of DLC with Dead Space's very own Isaac Clarke. You know, it's a real shame. There was so much potential for DLC characters. I mean, we could be connecting Oddworld, Legend of the Dragoon, Crash Bandicoot.
Weren't you talking about how you were going to blow my mind to make up for using the same game as a crutch for every episode?
Oh, right. It seems like nowadays, every big publisher has their own crossover games featuring their best-selling characters facing off in various challenges. I mean, Nintendo has Super Smash Bros., Sega has Sega All-Stars, Capcom has Versus Capcom, and EA has, wait for it, NBA Jam.
NBA Jam?
That's right, but I'm not talking about the original Basketball Blitz from the 90s. For this crossover, we need to look at the EA-published reboot NBA Jam on Fire Edition for the PS3 and 360. Besides having some crazy teams like ninjas and characters from SSX, NBA Jam also includes a Team EA, which not only features Isaac Clarke, but it also features Faith from Mirror's Edge. Boom shakalaka!
Boom shakalaka!
So that's Assassin's Creed, to Soul Calibur, to God of War, to Dead Space, to Mirror's Edge.
Hang on a second. I thought that Assassin's Creed took place on Earth, you know, as in our Earth. Wouldn't that imply that video games exist in our universe?
Take all of this with a grain of salt. I mean, this is all in good fun, and there's bound to be a small gap in logic every here and there. Besides, I don't think that you can really take Assassin's Creed as real history. I mean, it's not like the Templars are really overlooking our lives.
Or are they?
So, back to reality. Think about this. It might actually be possible for the Templars to kidnap Faith in the not-so-distant future of Mirror's Edge and toss her into the Animus, leaving her ancestor and Ezio to work together to save the day in the 16th century. Now that is a good idea for a game. Join us next time as we take a break from the 6 degrees of separation, because we're going to prove to you how every Nintendo game exists in the same singular universe.
But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you have a challenge for us, make sure to leave it in the comments below and we might just take it on. And if you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to my personal channel, or you can check out the group channel with Kenny and I. And as always, make sure to subscribe to Game Theory, the smartest channel in gaming.